so hot. Why did I decide to film in a maxi dress with long sleeves on the hottest day of the year? Because I'm Natalie, evidently, in a style of a substance. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm back again with another video. I'm going to be doing this weekly now, and I'm loving being back in front of the camera, I'm not going to lie. Basically, I put a poll out earlier in the day with 2 options for you, which I'm going to be doing from now on. Like, on the day of filming, I'm going to be giving up 2 options, and you guys get to pick what you'd like to see, because then at least I know you're actually interested in what I'm filming and it's actually what you guys want to see from me. So today's options, my top tips when it comes to styling and pushing your boundaries, and then the other one was my top 5 items, I think I said, that everybody should have in their wardrobe this spring, summer. So basically it was 50-50 by the time I looked earlier, which means I'm going to be filming both. So at least I've got next week's video and you guys already know what that's going to be about. But today's video is going to be about my top tips when it comes to pushing your boundaries and like getting more confident with fashion. So my first tip is, if you know a colour works for you and you really like that colour, pick an item that is slightly out of your comfort zone and put it in that colour. So basically, if you always wear pink t-shirts with denim jeans, go for a pink denim skirt or a pink jacket or a pink, even pink headscarf or pink shoes. Or so basically you're keeping that colour that makes you feel comfortable, that doesn't make you feel self-conscious, and you're styling in a way that you are slightly pushing your own boundaries. So you've still, so you've still got that comfort there, but you're taking it a little bit further and finding a new item that maybe you just didn't necessarily think would suit you. My next tip is, okay, this is a good one. So I always buy things online or buy things in store, and then I always take pictures. Always, and then I will go to my best friends, send like a little group chat to everybody and be like, what do you guys think? Because your friends know your style, they know whether it's going to suit you, and if you've got really good friends, they will give you an honest opinion. Now, do I always listen? That's a good, I'd say 70% of the time I listen to what my friends say, but obviously I've got a different style to my friends, and not necessarily the way I've seen it in the shop or the way I've styled it there and then. It's going to be the way that I'm actually going to style it. So I obviously listen to what they say, as whether the cut's right, whether it fits properly, but with the whole styling, I don't necessarily listen. So maybe like I've put a pair of trainers with a skirt and they're like, oh Natalie, I don't know if that looks right, but they've complimented it's a nice length or it's a nice fit, then I'm going to go for it, and I'm going to go home and style it a different way and put my own little stamp on it. So my second tip would be, go and ask your friends, or take pictures and then go and show your friends. Next tip is, start with a print that you're used to, like a print that isn't scary. So don't go all out there for a flowery dress like this if bright colours and florals are not your thing. Maybe start with stripes. Stripes are quite a safe print. Also polka dots are always safe, and like a basic floral, so I'm talking like 2 or 3 colours in a print, opposed to like a full-on rainbow print, just because those are the easier, the more safer prints that you can style with, say, denim, with one colour in a skirt, one colour in a jacket, and then once you build up your confidence with those patterns, then build out and branch out, and then eventually you'll be wearing dresses like this and you're probably clashing with bright orange shoes. Or I'll show you a picture around here of me recently. I styled a multicoloured striped jumper with a houndstooth skirt and some yellow shoes. Now when I spotted the top in my local top shop when I was with my cousin, I was like, oh my god, that jumper, and she was like, what would you put with it then? Just like a pair of denim jeans? I was like, no, I can see that with yellow. And she was like, yellow? It's like, yeah. And now your reaction makes me think I'm going to go style that, and I'm going to just put a little bit of extra to that. So yeah, just start off with easier prints and then work up. Okay, so if you are a person who always goes for, say, denim jeans, we'll start with denim jeans. So if you're a person that always goes for denim jeans, but you want to branch out a little bit, go for denim jeans, but maybe go in a different colour than you're used to. So you've still got, again, the comfort of the denim that you always wear, the fit that you always wear, but it's just in a slightly different colour, so you're slightly pushing your boundaries, but then again you're not making yourself feel really self-conscious, really out there, or really like everybody's watching you, because there is nothing worse than that feeling. Okay, so another tip is, when you go and buy something online and you're not really too sure on whether you think it suits you or whether you think it's for you, what I always do is I buy it, I'll go home, I'll put it on with what I'm going to wear it with, and then I'm going to walk around the house for 15-20 minutes, and I'm going to try and catch myself in my reflection at least 10 times. Now this might sound really mad and really vain, but I always think if I catch my reflection and I'm jealous of what I see in the mirror, like if I saw someone out in that outfit, would I be jealous of them? And if I am, then I feel confident enough that other people are going to feel jealous. Like they're going to be like, oh my god, where's that from? Where's this from? And plus, it's also breaking the boundary of you feeling a bit anxious or a bit nervous to wear it out in public, because you've already worn it in the proximity of your own home with no judgment. You've built up that confidence that you know you look good, so that when you step out in the house, you're not worried. Like you know you are slaying it. Like you know you have got that look down. Okay, so my next thing is know what looks good on you. So know your figure, know your shape, and then work with those things that you know look good on you. Sorry, I just completely lost my train of thought. So basically, let's give an example. It's better if I give examples, isn't it? So I am 5'1". Everyone always says, Natalie, you look so much taller in your photos. That's because I know what works for me, I know what works for my shape, and I know what works for my figure. So maxi dresses, yeah, I do really love them, but they are not the most flattering fit on my body. What is the most flattering fit is bodycon, high-waisted, shorter mini skirts, because they're going to lengthen my legs, which I'm really proud of. I work really hard on my legs, so I love to get them out. So it makes my legs look longer. I always wear them with heels because it makes my legs look even longer, and then I will wear fitted items because I know that's going to make the most of my shape. My next tip would be go on to Instagram, go into your magazines, go into whatever it is that you look at, and look at those items differently. So if you've seen, okay, so my main fashion crush, without a shadow of a doubt, is a blogger called Megan Ellaby. She literally kills every single look she puts on her. Like, that girl slays at fashion life with, I've never seen her put a foot out of place. I think of a word then. I've never seen her put a foot out of place when it comes to fashion. So I always look at her for my fashion advice, and then I will think, right, I really like that, but she's got a slightly different body shape to me, so I'm going to take that idea and I'm going to put my spin on it that makes me feel confident, that makes me feel like, yeah, I've got a little bit of style, I've tried something that is not necessarily that I would have gone for. If I've seen someone else wear it, I'm going to go to them for my inspiration, and then I'm going to put my twist on it and make me feel confident. So I know I've pushed my boundaries, but I've done it in my own way, so I'm not actually copying somebody else. This is a seriously important tip. So when you put an item on, if you do not feel 110% confident in that item, do not buy it. I'm telling you now, gut instinct is always right. If you buy an item and say it's too low at the front, or you don't like the neckline, or it's too short, or it's just not looking right on you, the chances are you're going to be thinking, oh, but it might look right with this, it might look right with that. Well, go home, try it, style it out, but if you're still not sold, once you've styled that item out, do not keep it, because it's only going to end up in your wardrobe with a tag still on it in a year's time, spending £30–40, and if you do that 5–6 times a year, that's a lot of money that's literally just sat in your wardrobe doing nothing. So if you don't love it straight away, do not buy it. Okay, so another really big top tip when it comes to like pushing your boundaries is take small steps, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever you feel confident with, and then when you look back, say in a year's time, when you do those like time hop things on Facebook and all those sorts of things, you will not realise how far you have come with fashion. So if I told you about 4 years ago, all I wore was jeans and t-shirts. That was all I was comfortable in. When I was I want to say about 9 or 10, all I lived in was tracksuit bottoms. Like, I did not wear anything else but tracksuit bottoms because they made me feel comfortable, and I kind of, yeah, I just went through that tomboy stage, for honest. And still some days I do have that tomboy stage, but looking back now, even to like, well, obviously I'm not going to look back that far, but looking back, even when I just started my blog, say 3 years ago, my style has evolved so much just because I've taken little steps, little leaps of faith, hoping that I would look good in this, look good in that, and now when I look back, I've just got a whole different style, which is amazing. Like, yeah, just take little steps, be confident with those little steps, and eventually they'll turn to a whole different staircase. Staircase? Yeah, you know what I mean, hopefully. If you like it, wear it. Won't Do I even need to say anything in that? Again, going back to the whole gut instinct thing, if you love an item and you put it on and you feel $1 million, just buy it. Just put it on. Feel special in every single time you put it on. Like, I have certain items in my wardrobe, and I'll do a little montage around here for you guys to see that these items, as soon as I put them on, I know I look good, I know I kill it, and I just love putting them on. Like, if I'm having a bad day and nothing looks right, I can fall back to those items, and it's like, oh, yeah, I can look alright. Like, I can scrub up every now and again. So yeah, if you like it, then wear it. Another tip is, if you don't feel confident in an item, be it a new item, an old item that you're trying to rework, the worst thing is when you've got an occasion and you cannot find anything to wear. Like, we have all been there, we have all worried that, like, oh my god, I've got a wedding, nothing in the shops is looking right, I've ordered the whole of the online shopping world and nothing looks right. If you do not feel confident and you just wing it and pick one item because you're panicked and you don't feel confident in it, you're going to have, I guarantee, the worst day. I'm just going to throw that out there. You'll have the worst day because you're always going to feel self-conscious. You're going to feel rubbish in comparison to everybody else. You're going to feel really anxious. You're going to feel on edge all day. You're not going to want any photos being taken. You're just not going to enjoy the day. Go back to an item that, like those items that I was talking about before, that you know, that you love, and you can just kill them. Because if someone doesn't look confident and someone doesn't look like themselves or feel like themselves in an outfit, it shows 1,000,000% in the way they act, the way they walk, the way they see themselves, the way they carry themselves. Let's say if you see a girl walking down the street and she's got too high shoes on, you don't even have to speak to her, get within 10 yards of her, but you know she is hating those shoes, she is hating the decision she made to walk out the house in those shoes, and now she's instantly regretting it. The same as if you see someone wearing, say, a skirt that's too short, they're just going to constantly readjust it, constantly pull it down to the fact where they're not even enjoying the day, they're not even enjoying what they're doing, they're not even enjoying the thing they've dressed themselves up to the nines for because their outfit is making them feel uncomfortable. Yeah, always make sure you're confident, comfortable and love it. They are my 3 major things when it comes to fashion and pushing your boundaries. Yeah, so that's all my top tips when it comes to styling and pushing your boundaries when it comes to fashion. Remember, taking small little steps make massive leaps. Remember that if you're not confident, don't wear it, and if you want to try something a little bit bold, keep it in a style, a colour, a print that you know you look good in, that you feel comfortable with, and just try it in a slightly different way and push those boundaries a little bit that way. But anyway, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I will leave a little thing up here so you can see my Instagram, and I will also leave a link down below. Also, and if you do any little of my little tips, please do tag me on Instagram. I love to see if I've actually helped any of you guys with these little tips. Anyway, have a nice week.